Today the topic is friends. We should point out that there was a sting earlier on. Well, sting seems unfair, but trap.
Like a fun trap, sometimes you see a freshly baked pie lying over a net.
Yeah.
One of those.
And, well, no, that's normally to trick someone to eating the pie and then catching them.
That's sort of what we did.
Well, no, that's a good outcome. If the outcome if the outcome was once you're in the net, get out, you've won a chance to eat a pie. That's the
because the net snatches you up with the pie inside. So if you're in the right position, you can, you're in a net.
Just a hammock and
you're in a net, but you get to eat the pie.
We should point out that we wanted to work out who's the best friend of the show.
Yeah.
Which involved us setting up, I suppose, a bit of a lure, a trick on Sean McAuliffe, Steve Curry, and Glenn Robbins. We should point out one of them
fell for the bait. They ate the pie.
Has come forth and will be the victor.
Yeah.
And those results coming up shortly. In the meantime, Ham.
Ando, just had to share this with you, just saw this before. David Parks, happy chappy, David Parks, contacted the show, hamishandy.com/topics, emailed in. Just read your email, Dave. First of all, can I say, before I share it with Andy, well done.
Thank you. Quite proud.
You sound proud, and you should be. Topic loosely is Friends today on the show. Your achievement refers to Friends, the TV show?
Indeed it does.
What have you done, sir?
So I'd just like to start by saying I apologise to my mother for this.
Okay.
But on a recent trip to LA, I went to Warner Brothers Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Friends was filmed there as the show, and they still had one of the sets up standing, which was the Central Perk set.
Oh, great.
Now, as soon as I seen the lounge, I wasn't aware I was on the set here. There's just one thought that's come into my mind, which I've thought about watching the show multiple times, and that is I have to fart on the couch. So,
wonderful.
Yeah, right.
So Mum's asked for a family photo. I've gone, yep, no worries. Then, can you guys stand up just so I can get a single one to show my friends? Mum stood up to take the photo and just let it seep out.
So you
sat down and bombs away.
So did you let it seep into the couch, the Central Perks couch, a set of Friends, or was it a loud one that your mum was aware of?
No, it was just a silent one into the chair, and then the next group sat down, and I could see on their faces they could smell something. And
they might have thought they unlocked one from a Chandler or a Ross.
Exactly.
Because you can trap them in pillows until someone compresses the pillow again.
Haim has this theory, David, that farts sit within a cushion.
You can trap it in there
until someone else.
Makes sense, yeah.
If you squash one down, then do it in there and let it absorb the air until that pillow's squashed again. It is trapped in there. It's banked.
So do that family have a look on their face as if to say that was a swimmer, that was a Matt Perry?
They looked disgusted, and the tour guide actually said to them, that's just because the set's a bit older, it just smells a bit like that.
Yeah,
so,
it's a bit older. And, sometimes old people can't control their flatulence, and the set's farting. Well, Dave, thank you very much, mate. It gave me an idea, Ando.
Yeah.
Why don't we start as a semi-regular segment on the show for big achievements like that? A segment called Winds of Glory, where if you have passed wind in a high-profile place, like really your top-shelf stuff, email us in. You two could feature on Winds of Glory.
What's that smell? It's the Winds of Glory!
What do you think?
The opener needs a little bit of a trick.
Really?
Yeah, I love the song. It's just the singing. You know who I'd like to put
Have
in?
you done Winds of Glory? Have you done a Wind of Glory?
If you remember this story that Sam Neill, actor of Jurassic Park and Alcatraz,
that's right.
His son, didn't his son fart
Did he produce Wind of Glory near Princess Diana?
Yeah, next to Princess Diana at the opening of Jurassic Park in London.
That is a
Wind of Glory.
Yes. Well, I mean, if you...
Two people are on the list.
Two people are on it. Join the honourable, hamishandy.com/topics. But also, probably today's highlight is maybe the inception of the new segment. I mean, it came up a few weeks ago on the show, Winds of Glory. Famous farts. Essentially farts in famous places. There's no easier way to say it than that.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
We have a submission here.
We have a submission for Winds of Glory. Andy hasn't told me what it is. He's not sure it qualifies.
It's up in about 10 minutes' time. Hamish Andy's Happy Hour. Moments away, everybody, from a submission for a segment we started up a little while ago, or tried to, called Winds of Glory. Have you farted in a famous place, essentially?
It's famous farts by location.
Yeah.
The thing that kicked it off was a young man contacted the show and told us he'd farted on the couch and the Friends set.
Daniel, I think his name was.
Central Perk. That is a Winds of Glory.
Yeah.
And I look forward to the new submission today, Ando.
And Haim.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
Winds of Glory, Ando. Winds of
That
Glory.
reminds me, we were going to improve
We
that.
definitely don't need to, and we're absolutely not going to improve that
Perfection.
opener. That was a great opener, and it stays as is. I say again, well done to all involved in the opener.
A segment which is tough to apply for, particularly after the high benchmark which was set by Daniel Parksham, who contacted the show. This was his story.
Your achievement refers to Friends, the TV show?
Indeed, it does. On a recent trip to LA, I went to Warner Brothers Studios, and they still had one of the sets up standing, which was the Central Perk set. Now, there's just one thought that's come into my mind, and that is I have to fart on the couch.
Good thought. So
And
he went
he
in,
did.
he fluffed
He did.
on the couch, and
Where many, I mean, you cannot tell me that every single cast member, at least at some point, just passed a little cheeky one to get captured there for all of eternity in that cushion. And so it's a wonderful Winds of Glory from Daniel. That's really what kicked off the segment. But it did, as he said, set the bar very high. And what we're looking for to qualify, it's not so much that you've done a funny fart. A lot of them are. You've done one in a very famous location.
Yeah. So we've had a submission.
Or, I mean, ideally on something famous, as Dan's done.
We've
had a submission.
Just you say that, I think one of my friends could submit now. Tom Bayford.
As an example, let's hear it.
Well, you can discuss whether it is. But one. Remember Esther Anderson? She was off Home and Away.
That's right. Yeah.
Tom Bayford was my friend Thomas Bayford. Had come. We were after the races one day. We were having drinks. He went to get drinks. Came back. Esther was in his seat. He thought that was unfair, so he was wrestling a seat next to Esther, and Esther moved over to do a shoe. And then Tom thought, well, if Hawgs isn't going to get off this seat, I'll fart in his face. Fart on his leg. And so
he turned around to
he went to
prepare himself.
Yeah, to fart on Hawgs' leg. Hawgs pushed him, and he, as he was trying to expel,
and she's bent over to
she was
do a
bent
shoe
over
up,
to do a shoe up, and
she swiveled around, knocked the gun.
His cheeks hit her cheek, in face, and
cheek to cheek.
He farted on her face.
Wow.
So that's on a celebrity.
That's on a celebrity's face.
Yeah.
And do they still catch up, Esther and Tom?
No, she left the group very quickly after that. Yeah.
That's definitely a win. Now that is a Winds of Glory.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
So we
not.
We should add.
I
that
don't
to-
want this to become a thing where are you the guys that do the radio show that encourages people to run around and grab celebrities and fart in their face? Because Esther
That was
didn't
an
want that.
accidental one. No.
I just don't want to encourage it at all.
At all,
I mean,
no.
I'm awarding it, but I'm also closing the door on further entries.
Okay.
Because I don't want us to be the group that says go and find someone that's off McLeod's or something like that and fart on them.
Yeah. Haim, this is from a fellow called Kim Baker.
Not a lot of girls so far.
It's a
entering Winds of Glory.
It's a submission for Winds of Glory, Ham. The way I'd love this to work, actually, is I'm going to tell you the situation, and then in a similar kind of feel to the end of Sail the Century, where the person might ask whether you want to come back and risk all your money to play again.
Yep.
We'll have that dramatic music, and that's when you can ponder it and tell me whether it is a Winds of Glory.
Yep.
Okay? So hear us out here. This is my submission for Winds of Glory. When I was in the States 2 years ago, I accidentally smudged dog poo into the Kardashians' shop, Dash, while shopping with my girlfriend.
Yeah, okay.
I stepped in it and then walked it all the way through Dash.
Okay.
Haim, is it a Winds of Glory? Kim does say it smell.
It would smell a lot. Dog poo does smell. There is a celebrity involved. It's a very famous store. There was queues around the block when it opened. So you've got the stench, usually associated with farts.
Yes,
You've
but
got
no
a celebrity. But you're right. There is no wind.
Sorry, Kim.
It's a notable waft. It's a waft. It's an honourable waft, but it is not a winds of glory. But you know the criteria. You didn't create wind. You just created stink. And that is disgusting. I've taken the high road.
You don't send us these putrid emails.
Come on, we're a high-class show. You send your dog poo stories to someone else, you filthmonger. Anyway, Famous Farts still open. Winds of Glory. Get them in.
The happy hour. And Haim, time for Winds of Glory.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
Awesome.
I understand you have an honourable mention before that.
Before we get to your submission, Ando, if you've not heard Winds of Glory before, it is have you passed wind in a famous place or into something famous? I suppose is the best way of putting it, whether that's someone's face, as one of the previous ones were, or the couch from the set of the TV show Friends. Yeah. This is from Jimbo. He said, look, I stumbled upon Paul Burrell. And if you need a quick refresher, he's in Jimbo's words, the sleazebag ex-butler of Princess Diana. Oh. Remember he did the old exclusive, he did a bit of a tell-all. Said I stumbled into his shop in England. It's in a place called Chester. He said I just went in and had a little dirty protest. Said I'm not necessarily pro-religious, just anti-sleazebags.
Yeah, sure. So we wouldn't give. Are we not giving that?
I just thought it was an honourable, definitely an honourable mention. He's done it in a shop. I don't know if Paul registered it.
Okay, sure.
But it is. He has.
Well done.
He has passed wind successfully. But I mean, I'm only giving it an honourable mention because you.
I feel like I've got this week's. Yeah, I know. It's a cruel game.
This is the first week we've had more than one.
Yeah.
So Jimbo, I'm definitely not taking anything away from your fluff. It sounds like a ripper.
From one Jimbo to another one, James joins us.
Fantastic.
James, I certainly think that this takes the cake today. Would you mind telling us what happened?
How are we, boys?
Yeah, really good.
Excellent, sir.
Look, I've got to start the story by saying I can't divulge who did it.
Okay.
I may not be a married man forever if I was to do that.
Right, so it's some sort of female involved in a marriage-type relationship with you.
You read into it what you will.
Okay, well, we've got a team of crack scientists working on that, trying to come up with anyone that would fit that profile. But carry on, Jim.
So we are travelling through America, and we're in Washington for a few days, and we went to the Lincoln Memorial.
Wonderful.
So the big stone statue of Abe sitting up there on the chair. Yep. And look, somebody certainly let one rip. Yeah. And it was pretty pungent, and it cleared the whole area. It was vacant. And look, to be honest, I'd probably even have to say that I saw Abe wriggle in his chair.
And he's a serious-looking guy at the best of times, but
that's right.
Did he add a bit more of a frown?
That certainly counts.
He cleared the monument. It's actually, I've been to that, I remember as a kid, and it was hard to get a photo clear of anyone else. So what she's actually done is a photo clearer, or a queue jumper, as they're sometimes known, if you can clear out a busy room.
Hey, what do we send people that have, if we only knew who it was, but what do we normally send people out? I think we sent a coaster out to the last year.
I actually think we've got a coaster and we've got a set of stickers that can go on the back, Jack. Is that correct? Have we got a trophy we've made?
We got a set of stickers that are a flaming bag of poo that have been in the drawers for some time, and we haven't known what to do with them. So
does that sound about right, Jim?
Yeah, that sums it up.
That's a coaster with a sticker on it.
You are getting a happy hour coaster with a sticker on it. Thank you very much.
Couldn't be happier.
It's the winds of glory.
That's the happy hour, Hamish and Andy.
Segment our mums love.
And very excited because we've had some submissions for this.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
Winds of Glory, Ham, a segment we've got on this show where if you've had a very famous toot.
Yep.
In the past, submission from when there was a studio tour in LA. A lovely chap did pass wind while sitting on the Friends couch.
Wonderful. And as a lot of people would know that, when you fart into a cushion, You can lock that smell in
Yeah.
like a little treasure chest till the next person sits on it and releases the gust. So good fun. Hopefully, who knows? It could have been Lisa Kudrow, one of the other cast members, coming in sneaking in at night using her lifetime pass to get in and have a sit down and reminisce. And it might have found its way into a friend's cast's nostrils.
You and I back-timed another submission, which was, I think, Sam Neill's nephew or his son.
That's right, yeah.
Where he did fluff next to Princess Diana at the launch of Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park opening. But it doesn't just have to be in front of Lisa Kudrow or Princess Di. we opened up to
famous people.
Famous places, famous people. Before we do today's Winds of Glory, and can we just thank everyone for their submissions because they are really wonderful.
Yeah.
Some very creative flatulence happening the world over. Rob actually emailed in, happy chappy, Rob, and said, look, I love Winds of Glory. Wondering if you might also like to open it up to Winds of Shame.
Okay.
I once scared an otter away with a fart, and that might be more interesting than a Winds of Glory.
Yeah.
So it gives no information on the circumstances, but you can only assume that maybe it was at a zoo, or he saw an otter in the wild, and was able to rip one so loudly.
I'm not sure if that's shameful.
No, it's not. I mean, it's shameful, I suppose, if it was so close to the otter that the otter smelt it.
Or if they were trying to catch the otter for some reason.
Shouldn't make an otter smell a human fart.
Well, no.
It's cruel.
Yeah.
So but maybe it's just, he was just blown away by how fast the otter moved away from him.
Part of Winds of Glory, Ham, is you can choose to be anonymous, and we do have one of those today. Joining us is Anonymous. Thank you very much, Anon.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are we?
Awesome. And we've put the fake voice machine on you too. This is so exciting to me because I am thrilled that there is a Winds of Glory that requires the fake voice machine.
Well, it is a matter of national security, I think.
Wow. Okay. So from a government source, tell us, please, Anonymous, what is the Winds of Glory submission?
The Winds of Glory submission was I attended a high-level meeting with Julia Gillard and Kevin Rudd when I was back in high school.
Mm-hmm. Why were you invited? Why were you invited to that? Did they need a student rep member to be present to take the notes?
It was a part of the competition I won. So the prize was a meeting with the two most powerful people in the country.
And which one was the Prime Minister at that stage?
At that stage, it was Kevin.
Okay, right. So did you see, was there a glint in Julia's eyes?
Yeah.
Or let's just say Julia had very cold hands.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's interesting.
When I met her, so there was something up.
So she was nervous.
So I was in the Prime Minister's office, and this was after lunch. So it was a very decent lunch.
Yeah.
What did you have for lunch? Because it will come into
buffet.
play. A buffet, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was a lot of stuff going on.
Did you mix your meats?
I did.
Yeah, of course
I
you did,
regret
the
that.
buffet.
Major regret.
Okay. So, Anonymous, talk us through it. Was Kevin and Julia still in the room in the Prime Minister's office?
So I was having my photo taken with Kevin and Julia, standing right next to each other.
Wow.
And I let one rip.
Now, was this a deliberate act of terrorism or was it an accidental act of negligence?
This was an accidental rip.
Yeah.
I was holding it in. I was thinking I could, wait until after. It just came out.
And
couldn't control it.
Do you reckon,
was it audible?
It was just silent and deadly.
Oh, do you reckon both of them smelt it?
Probably.
Maybe it started the feud. Maybe
I
one of
reckon
them thought it was the
catalyst.
other one.
Do you think Kevin's sitting there going, who does Julia think she is farting in my office? And Julia's thinking, how's the arrogance of this guy? He invites me into his office and lets it rip.
I would say that would be probably what happened.
The stench that started the rift that tore the Labour Party apart.
Well done, Anonymous.
No wonder you're anonymous. What a
Thank
Winds
you
of
very
Glory.
Brilliant.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
Happy hour, Hamish Andy with you. I have been told to get my affairs in order. Hames will surprise me. He says he wants 5 more minutes, so...
Yeah, I just need to print something off quickly.
In the meantime, we should.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
Winds of Glory, Ham. This is a segment where we celebrate the passing of wind in front of a famous person or in a famous place. Thank you for your submissions, everyone. Obviously, sometimes we can't get to all of them. We definitely acknowledge terrific work.
This is outrageous. We had another Abraham Lincoln related submission this week.
Yeah, wow.
I forgot that one of our initial wins of glory, I think, was the Lincoln Monument.
Yeah, the Lincoln Monument in Washington, D.C., where it cleared the whole area.
I think the podcasters of this show, certainly Winds of Glory, has struck a chord with our American podcasters because it's almost like half the submissions we get. We've had the Friends Couch.
Yeah.
Had another one this week for Abraham Lincoln's home, his log cabin.
Oh, wow.
Has been gusted
Lincoln's
in.
copy
I think
from
that was
all areas.
That was a gust of honour.
Yeah.
Or honourable waft.
Yeah.
However, not today's.
Andrew is today's
focus.
and he joins us now. Andrew, thanks very much.
Thanks, guys.
Go ahead and talk to us about your particular wins of glory.
A few years ago, my sister was a contestant on Ready, Steady, Cook. I think it's a show on Channel 10.
Yeah, right.
Back when Peter Everett was hosting.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah, good.
And each contestant has to bring in a goodie bag with, I think it's $20 worth of food, and the celebrity chefs have to come up with a menu
Yeah,
to cook. During the applause sign coming up, so it was quite noisy, I perched myself lower on my seat and let go a demon into the bag.
You farted into the bag.
Yes, I did. I'm not proud as I am a chef now, so it's not probably very hygienic. But
Wow. So were you a contestant,
You
Andrew?
can remove the word
no,
probably.
my sister was a contestant.
Yeah, right. Okay, so
you've
you've
added a secret ingredient to the bag.
I did. Yeah, she didn't know about it.
She didn't know about it. And then she sealed the bag up, and she would have had to walk out and give it to her celebrity that was cooking on her behalf.
Which was George Calombaris.
George.
Wow.
Probably pre-Master Chef.
So, and he's gone, okay, so you've got me $20 worth of blue cheese 10 years ago, or something horribly wrong's happened.
The funny thing about it, it's a good person to pick because George's natural face does look like he's smelling a fart. Have you noticed that by watching MasterChef? Even when he's just looking at you, it does look like something wafting across.
Because, I mean, this is just Andy and I working in TV know that if he was to pull that face and it was out of character, they immediately pull the pin on the show. But someone in the control booth's gone, that's okay. Has he smelled a fart? No, he's got fart face. Keep rolling, keep going.
Andrew, do you know whether he registered it?
Well, they did actually have to stop filming.
Well, they did.
They weren't sure if something was off in the bag or something was off in one of the fridges.
Awesome.
They had to reset and do a retake.
Oh, imagine is there any chance you could get that footage just as a family memento?
I'm not sure. We did used to have it on VHS.
Yeah.
How long ago it was, but
We'll
I'm not
search
sure
through
where it
the
ended up now.
archives. What year do you reckon it might have been?
It would have been about 6 or 7 years ago, I'd say.
Roger that. A Ready Steady Cook with George Calombaris. And your sister's name?
She was Hannah.
Hannah, the contestant.
We
will
could
do our best.
We could get Calombaris on to get. Not that we doubt the story for a second, but wouldn't it be amazing? We could get you guys on for a reunion show.
It's tough to get
Have you ever admitted to Calombaris that this is what you did?
No, I don't think he knew. My sister surely didn't know.
No,
Maybe Winds of Truth is a spin-off to Winds of Glory.
Andrew, congratulations. That
Well
was
done.
Flatulations.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
Simply brilliant.
One of the
Fabio.
best. One of the best.
Haim, we love it when these ones come in.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
A segment established by, I think, a fellow called James, where he emailed in. Was it James?
No, that guy was David, but he did get pretty vocal on the email saying he never got credit for his starting the game.
It's basically...
So I called him the wrong name. Not only is he a bit antsy about not getting credit, now I'm accrediting a fictional fellow called James.
We're poking the hornet's nest, but whoever it was that started the segment, it was absolutely... it's a ripper of a segment in every sense of the word. Famous farts, essentially, is what we're talking about in Winds of Glory. Have you passed wind somewhere famous or in a celebrity's face or proximity?
That's true. It started off with on the Friends couch,
Yeah.
the set of Friends.
We've been all around the world with Winds of Glory. Nothing and no one is safe.
Exactly.
From Winds of Glory.
In particular, the Abraham Lincoln statue.
Seems like
it's come up a few times.
Lincoln attracts more than his fair share of gusts.
Yeah. Phil joins us today. Phil, thank you very much for nominating yourself. You've chosen not to go anonymous. We don't have to use the vocoder.
Good on you, Phil.
Phil, talk us through your Winds of Glory.
Yeah, well, I took my two boys down to see Santa Claus at Christmas just gone, and one of them was sitting on each of his knees, and my 8-year-old proceeded to cock his leg and do an earth bone shaking fart.
Wonderful.
that all Santa and all the helpers just went quiet and they all just stared at me, and I had to grab my boy's hand and walk off, trying not to be embarrassed, and explain to him what was wrong.
Rudolph's nose went brown.
Yeah.
And
I felt it vibrate through the floor.
Withered down to a sultana.
I liked that he's cocked his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the cocked leg too.
He's on Santa. Did he get what he wanted for Christmas that year, Phil?
I think he did.
Okay, Santa can forgive everyone.
That's the tough lesson there as a parent, isn't it? It's actually a bit of positive reinforcement for farting on Santa, because if Santa then comes through, it really doesn't teach you about the art of gentle negotiation. Just actually teaches you that if you fart on someone, you still get what you want.
Thank you, Phil. It's a happy hour. Hamish Andy. Time for...
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
If you've passed wind in a glorious manner,
Yeah.
and look, we're not all about poo talk, Ham. And
No, we're not. Just the scent of it. Just the vaporized form. Come on, guys, grow up. Let's be adults here, because honestly, I didn't have anything to finish that sentence with. Just realised I've been talking about poo vapor. No, come on, let's grow up, because honestly, we're adults, and it's a discussion that can be had in a civilised manner.
And sometimes there are remarkable situations where wind will be passed, and we've heard that from Sam Neill, acclaimed actor from Jurassic Park.
On this very show.
Which said his son passed wind next to Princess Diana at the premiere of Jurassic Park in London. Now,
that is a winds of glory.
Exactly.
A few people have written in, and not all submissions, we're sad to say, are things we can qualify as a winds of glory. Some are honourable wafts.
Yeah, and notable gusts.
But they're not winds of glory.
Yeah.
If you just happen to be at the pyramids and you remember having a cheeky toot, look, I'm sure if you were driving around in a car at the time and you made the Tutankhamun gag, I'm Tutankhamun.
I would say that's an honourable waft, not a notable gust, because
they did the Tutankhamun stuff.
No, in the pyramid, because they were in a very small. They'd crawled into the very middle of that.
Oh, okay, sure. I'm even thinking at the outside. We had one submission that was just at the outside of the pyramid.
Forget that.
You're farting in the desert. I mean, you can't get a radio for farting in the desert. We need more.
Exactly, and that's what Scott's done. And he joins us now. Scott, we believe you've got a winds of glory.
Yeah, g'day, boys. How are we?
Yeah, really
very good,
mate.
Scott. Bit of an AFL-themed winds of glory, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, definitely. About 6 years ago, my father won this charity auction where we got to sit in the Collingwood coaches box for a game against St Kilda.
Wow.
And
who was the coach? Mick Malthouse at the time?
Nick Malthouse at the time. So obviously you had to sit down and shut up for the entirety of it. So
sure, you didn't jump on the headphones or on the phone and suggest a few structural changes.
No, I wasn't allowed to do that.
Okay. Yep. So you didn't win the good prize at the raffle. No. You can sit in the coach's box and coach. So you're sitting there. You're in the and that's a tense situation. How old would you have been at the time?
16.
Yeah. Right. So for a 16-year-old guy in the coach's box, that's like going to war.
And Malthouse is probably one of the more fiery. Yeah. Go for it, Scott. What happened?
Oh, well, as you know, you get a bit nervous, especially being a Collingwood supporter.
Right.
And it was just after the week of his Shaw and Alan Didak's car incident. So, it was pretty tense in there. And,
so a lot of muscle tension, would you say, in the box?
Yeah, muscle
everyone clenching, except the one vital muscle you needed to stay shut.
Definitely. I think a few silent roosters came out, but I think the room went too quiet and no ventilation, obviously. So but no one said a word. So
really,
that's professionalism,
isn't it? At the top shelf.
Any glances back from the coaching staff?
Oh, not really, mate. I think I had my head down when I did them.
I love that you knew what was coming, but you wouldn't leave.
Thank you, Scott.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
Drill gets bought for $100 next.
Nope.
What do you say to a question we've had come in wondering if Sonny, my son, will get a gold-coloured watch? I mean,
has he asked for one yet?
He hasn't.
Okay, good. He can't speak. Well, that's good news for him.
Yeah.
Off the bat, I would say I mean, he has had a Winds of Glory, you said already.
He has farted on me, and it was epic.
As we've discussed in the past, Sonny doesn't find a watch. The watch will find him.
I know.
And
do you know what the funny thing is, though? Because I was just looking before my list of the 17 secret ways to get a watch. Yeah. And being my son is one of the ways.
He could wear it as a necklace.
It's one of the ways, Hando.
Really?
Can you believe that? That's Winds of Glory, Jack. I was giving my son his first gold-coloured watch. And you made a sound effect go off about farts. Isn't that weird?
It was weird that you've given away a gold watch under a new rule invented and someone's saying, what's that smell?
It's the Winds of Glory. But Ando, there's a few secret ways that reflect you as well in there. So don't just think it's me.
Okay, good news.
The second hunting dog you buy gets a watch.
Damn, I still have to buy my first.
Let's not forget important things, Ando. We decided to do a show on forgetting well because the supercomputer picks out the topics and it tells us what the theme of the show has to be. That's who we'll start, Ando, but a lot of other stuff to get to today.
We've been accused of forgetting about Winds of Glory.
Yep. One of our very popular segments. Hear this.
Yes.
We have not forgotten about Winds of Glory,
Yes.
which is essentially farting in a heroic place.
Yes.
We raised the bar.
Yeah.
We made a judgment call, a quality control call, because if you'll pardon the expression, got a lot of loose farting happening.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
people just passing off any old bit of wind. It was pedestrian farting.
Yeah, exactly.
And we said, no, we want professional farts.
Yeah, exactly.
We want someone that's essentially farted on the president's lap. That's a Wind of Glory.
That's a Wind of Glory.
He can't just come in and go, oh, yeah, I saw a Ferrari and I farted at it.
Exactly.
That's just a fart.
Exactly.
That's not even a memorable gust.
Having said that, we do have a new
We
one
got a great
today.
one. We got a great submission, and it's terrific. And I hope people listen to it and go, oh, okay, that's where the bar's at.
Yeah. Haim, today the topic is forgetting, and we were accused of forgetting the segment Winds of Glory.
No, we didn't forget, Ando. We just said, look, if we're going to have a segment where people have to submit incredible places they've farted or celebrities they've farted on, we have to raise the bar. Otherwise, we just devolve into a silly, loose, random fart off.
Yeah.
I farted at a
It becomes
bus.
Uncle's barbecue farts at best.
I saw a poster for, MasterChef and it farted near Matt Preston's head on the poster.
Who cares?
That's not
Anyone
Winds
can
of
do
Glory.
that. Yeah.
That's barely worthy of a mention of a fart.
Have you got an example of a bad one, do you?
What have I got here? Well, this isn't an example of a bad one. This is an example of just how people maybe weren't getting the segment. This is from a podcaster. Since moving to Europe to be with a girl, this is from Brad. I listen to your podcast daily. Upon telling my girlfriend about a funny segment about farts, I realised after all this time, it's called Winds of Glory, not Wince of Glory. He said, I thought it was wince because you wince when you're letting out a glorious fart.
Yeah, right.
So there's confusion around.
Yeah, sure. I mean, let's clear it. So we've cleared up the segment name.
We know the name.
Now we know where the bar's been set of how good. Like the ones we've had in the past is next to Princess Diana was one.
That's true. In
Winds
her
of Glory.
proximity, pretty sure that she smelt it on the couch from the Friends set. Was the thing that kicked off this glorious segment.
And before you go to the today's, we should hear the official opener. Now people know exactly
this is
what
good
is
enough.
sung.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
Haim,
And this is from Elliot. He's a New Zealand fellow. He's done terrifically well. He's just been to Belfast in Ireland. He said, I just got back from family holiday there. On our last few days, the Game of Thrones convention opened up because a lot of Game of Thrones was shot in Ireland. And we decided to go along. I knew I'd have the opportunity to sit upon the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones, the central prop, where the king sits. It's made, allegedly, of 1,000 melted swords of their foes. It's an incredible piece of art. And the real Iron Throne was there. And I had this segment in my mind. The night before, I ate 3 cans of baked beans to ensure I was at maximum windy potential.
Yeah, of course.
When the time came, I sat on the throne and released a long, squeaky, non-smelling fart. Great that his arse has the setting that you can adjust it to go, guys, I'm going to need audio on this, but no need for smell. It was a beautiful moment and one that I shall treasure forever. And then this is the bit. I mean, that's already great that he's
it's glorious.
farted on the Iron Throne. and I'm sure Joffrey never would have. Well, nonce. But this is the bit that made me just go, what a champion Elliot is. Because on top of doing that, he then panics at the end and goes, look, I'm a few podcasts behind. I hope no one's beat me to it. So once he'd got away with the fun, he's looking around at everyone else at the exhibition in Belfast going, what if they're also trying to do a Winds of Glory?
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
It's all yours, Elliot. Hamish Andy. An eventful day so far, Ham. Nice to break it up because we've got another great submission of one of these.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
Part of the show where we'd like to celebrate flatulence in a very famous area around a famous person. Now, it has to be really top.
Got to be really good, guys. If you just think... If you think you just send in sloppy farts to this segment and careless gusts, think again.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a different show.
Exactly.
This is classy, classic toots.
And this one took my eye, Ham.
Took your breath away?
Yeah. From Maddie. And look, Maddie, she joins us now. And Maddie, yours involves a celebrity.
Yes, it does.
I don't
Good on you, Maddie.
I don't want you to give away the celebrity yet, okay? I think that's the exciting part of this story.
Yep, sure.
Maddie, can I ask before we begin, is this you farting or is it the celebrity farting?
It's me.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Maddie. And not many females come forth, so we really appreciate you doing this for the segment.
Some can't fart.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Well, this is funny because I don't usually, so...
Yeah, this might have been one of your only ones.
Yep.
So, Maddie, it was you're at a concert. Again, it's for a hymn.
Right.
Talk us through what happened at the concert.
So, November last year, I had seen a concert that I wanted to go to for a while, and my mum said, hey, we'll go stay in a hotel. And so after the concert, we lined up for the chance to get an autograph and a photo with this celebrity.
Yep.
And so it got to my turn. I was super excited, and I think it was just all my energy.
And what can happen when we're excited? Our muscles can tense up.
Yeah.
And so, what was the setup? Was there a chair situation, or was he signing autographs in front of a table? Was there a photo opportunity?
He was sitting behind a table, and there were a couple of chairs.
Yep.
And so he'd sign it, and then you go behind the table, put your arm around, and get a photo, and then move on.
Yeah, great. How many people at the concert? How many? Would have been thousands.
Maybe like 500. It was a pretty small.
Oh, I'm intimate. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and let's just get the geography of this straight again. So he's sitting at the table, so you have to sort of squat down to get at the same level as him. So again, we're squatting down. Our legs are tensing up. Our body might be tricked into thinking we're in a toilet stance. So if there is a muscle memory in there,
exactly.
it's forgivable for our sphincter muscles to suddenly go, okay, I think I know what's happening. I know this position.
And so you've gone and cuddled up a bit close to him?
Yep.
And would you say that were you sitting alongside him? How close was the distance?
Oh, like pretty close, like maybe cheek to cheek, kind of.
Cheek to cheek. Yeah. Okay.
But which ones? So then the gust has released. Was it audible?
I heard it because I was pretty self-conscious about it.
Yeah.
He might have thought it was his chair.
Loud.
Yeah, he might have thought it was a chair squeak.
Did you stick around long enough to see if there was any scent to it, Maddie?
Well, I kind of had to stand up, say thanks, goodbye, walk off.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so of course they're not there to see the aftermath.
And
no.
And I mean, did you smell anything at all?
Oh, probably because I walked away with it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you think you dragged the whole thing away?
And
well, I think we have to know, don't we?
Exactly.
Who did you release your winds of glory to?
Do you want any guesses, Ham?
You can guess.
Keith Urban rings a bell.
Keith Urban.
I mean, Keith Urban, I know, was sort of doing concerts last year. Was it Keith Urban?
No.
Maddie, who was it?
It was Timomatic.
Amazing one! It's the winds of glory!
Did you get his autograph?
Yeah, I did.
Have you still got it?
Yep, it's on a CD at the moment.
Yeah, hey, if you lose it, go to our website, hamishandy.com. You can grab one for $10.
No, I've got an authentic one. I'm sorry.
I'm selling authentic ones. But I will send you an autograph. I'm going to send you another one for free. See if you like it. Show your friends. Tell them to go to hamishandy.com for them to also, then no discounts for them.
It's the happy hour.
$10.
Haim, time for...
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
Now,
I'd like to just point out to my mother that this is not lowbrow. No. This is actually very clever.
It's really clever.
So for you, if you're going to, after we've done this segment and you've heard it, Mum, on the way home, don't just say, oh, you don't have to do poo talk. This is
not poo talk.
No.
I mean, unless things go terribly wrong. Because it's incredible farting achievements.
Exactly.
And we are the guys that have put a very high bar on this segment.
Mum?
We've had a lot of people just chucking random toots they've done at us, and it's not good enough. They don't make it to air. We are very stringent with the farts we put to air. You have to have farted in a remarkable place. We've had farts
in front of a remarkable human.
Yes, or at a remarkable human. And we've had prime ministerial farts.
Yes.
We've had the couch of friends. That's a well-documented one. Abraham Lincoln's wood cabin, etc., etc.
I think it was Abraham Lincoln.
I think it was his wood cabin. I think it was his birthplace that they did a fart
I think
in.
it was the statue.
Yeah.
From me.
I remembered someone going to his birthplace, the wood cabin.
Okay, maybe that was in your own time. Haim,
I'd love to, if you haven't had that one, though, you're more than welcome to submit it.
Honourable waft here.
Yes, so not a winds of glory, but an honourable waft. Just under the bar.
Just under the...
It's like in pole vault, if you make it over and the bar's wobbling and then it just falls down.
Yes,
that's an
exactly.
honourable waft.
And that's happened to Jack Christie, Ham. He said, I farted in the old and new House of Representatives.
That's pretty good.
Unfortunately, I didn't have enough left for the Senate.
Okay.
But in the old House, I did manage to get on the actual minister's seat, who chairs it, and fart on that. The other one was just in a spectator's stand.
Yeah, if it was a sitting parliament and you'd snuck on and done it on a seat, you know, and if an MP had smelt it, we'd be reading your name out right now, Winds of Glory.
But unfortunately, just an honourable waft for Jack.
Even though we've just given the specific rules, I'm about to nominate a man for Winds of Glory who breaks them. He has not done a fart in a memorable place, nor has he done it on a memorable person, but his timing and the effort he's gone to
another aspect
to create a spectacle is exquisite. He joins us now. LJ, how are you, mate?
Boys, how's it going?
Yeah, very well. I mean,
really good,
this
mate.
is amazing.
You are
LJ.
the first person to be in Winds of Glory purely for circumstantial farting, not for geographical-based farting.
Well, I've just got to break the rules every now and then.
Well, you do. I mean, you're like Danny Zuko from Greece.
That's what we love about you, LJ. Would you like to enlighten Andy as to what you've been up to?
Okay, so 2010, 11, 12, and 13, New Year's Eve. The very last thing I've done for the year is a fart.
Wow. Wow. So how many years? 4 years?
4 years.
4 years running.
So I assume you time it to the countdown?
Yeah, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fart. Happy New Year.
The last bit of business.
Now,
it's like just making the post.
Was the first year, obviously by accident. Oh, first year you had one, you went, hang on, this would be funny, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
but then years after that, that's very
After
difficult.
that, it requires planning and consideration.
And how do you go about the planning?
Well, the second year round, it just kind of happened again. I was like, oh, 2 years in a row
we now have a trend.
Yeah, exactly.
We now have 2 plot points.
That's how traditions start in many cultures. It happens by accident twice.
Do your friends know about what's going on, LJ? Like, do they?
No, I've never told anyone until the Winds of Glory.
Well, that's a nice place to announce. So there'd be extra pressure now on bringing in 2015.
Yeah, I'm going to get weird looks this New Year's.
Yeah.
When the countdown starts.
Well, the big question is, are you going to do it again?
Hopefully. I'll try. I'll do my best.
Well, how did you plan in 2012, 2013? How did you plan? Because the first two, again, that was the circumstance and it came off for you.
I don't really know. It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Like I'd get about 1 or 2 minutes before the end and I thought, I've got a fart here.
We're in the zone.
This is remarkable. Yeah. Well done, LJ. Best of luck. Well, of course.
Huge. Of course, everyone's going to be thinking of you
if
this
the show's
year's.
going again next year, I suppose we'd have to have him show one, segment one.
Very first show of next year, we're going to have you on to see if you've completed 5 in a row.
What's that smell?
Thank you.
It's the winds of glory.
Happy hour. Hamish Andy with you.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
Winds of Glory Ham, a segment that celebrates someone's flatulence or a windy way in a terrific area, though. It has to be in front of a celebrity or in an amazing situation or place.
This whole thing started when someone told us that they had let one rip while sitting on the couch on the set of Friends. Doing a studio tour. And we went, that is the benchmark. We've had a few other people recreate that. They've got on the same tour overseas. It's somewhere in America. Obviously, you can do that tour. And it's now become de rigueur to do that. We've had people fart in front of the Crown Jewels. We've had people
in front of the Prime Minister and the
sitting and non-sitting Prime Minister.
Exactly. It was Kevin Rudd and Julia Gillard.
Someone let one waft in Abraham Lincoln's log cabin, the birthplace of Abraham Lincoln.
I'm not sure if that would happen. Hey, honourable wafts. This is when they haven't made the grade, but still a little bit of a nod.
They're on the right track, but this isn't quite a Winds of Glory.
No. This girl is called Lucy.
Like if you've been somewhere famous, but you forgot to fart. You're on the right track, but we will need the wind.
She says her farts fall in the silent but deadly category.
That's fine.
While she was away on family holiday in France, her parents were drinking at the bar when she went off to gather something goods from the market, meeting back at the bar laden with grocery bags. A little after I walked into the bar, a French barman turned to us and commented that we must have bought some really stinky cheese. People around us nodded in agreement, and there was little speculation over what Rockford we might enjoy later that evening. I didn't buy cheese.
Well done.
But
I did cut some.
Yes. Honourable waft.
Very good.
Obviously.
See, there's no one famous there, and it's a romantic setting. I'm not having you go to France, but you can't just go to France and fart and expect to be on the radio. You need to do better than that.
Yes.
And I'll tell you who's done better than that. Alan. And he joins us now. Alan, how are you, mate?
Not bad stuff.
Yeah, very good, mate. Stunning submission for Winds of Glory here today. Can you briefly, I've seen this. Your email came to my side of the fence. But can you fill Ando in on what's happened?
So basically I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the new version, not the old version.
Hot seat.
Yeah, hot seat, that's it. Yeah, 5:30, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of questions that were pretty easy, so I thought, I'm due for a bit of bad luck, so I thought I've only got one chance in this, so I should blow off the Winds of Glory.
Hang on, so you
made the hot seat a little hotter.
Alan, you decided that you were going to leave soon, and you couldn't get the question right, so you decided to leave with a fart on the hot seat on Hot Seat Millionaire.
Well, it was I had about 3 questions. One was a political question. I've been a politician. One's a sport question. So I thought, I'm not going to get another easy one. So I might as well on my last question. I should make it a bit hotter.
Well, I've managed to track down that footage because I wanted to show.
Fantastic.
So what we've got here is I've got it on my laptop, and the audio is running through the radio, so everyone will be able to hear it. Andy.
Right.
You said that you dropped the fart during an anecdote that Eddie Maguire was rambling on about when he was talking about the Collingwood Football Club. Is that correct?
Yeah, he tends to ramble a bit.
He does like mentioning Collingwood. Now, I found that part of the episode. I've rewound it back further through there. I'm going to hit play on my computer here, and when you remember farting, Alan, I want you to just nice and loud through the phone do a fart noise, and then we'll stop it and we'll see if Eddie registers it.
Okay.
We'll get a chance to look back at the footage here.
All right, Haynes pressing play.
Here we go. You ready, Ando?
Yep.
Of course, the mighty Arsenal play to the Emirates Stadium, don't they?
They do indeed.
Yeah, they're sponsors and also sponsors of...
the sponsors of your favourite team.
Right.
Oh, it doesn't. It might look like it does look a little bit like he smells it. Just before he goes into the question. Now, excellent work there on the fart, Alan. But just before he goes into the question, his eyes did close a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Now
that would be an amazing speed that the fart has been able to travel and hit his face there.
Well, you seem to, Alan, drop it
as you were talking.
Well, just before. I mean, just before you started talking.
So you've taken your breath in to talk. You've tensed your stomach muscles. Your diaphragm's nice and firm.
Yeah.
You've let one rib. And you've begun your sentence. Now, the fabric of the hot seat, is it leather or is it a more absorptive cloth?
Yeah, interesting.
More of vinyl.
Right, so that it could have travelled.
It could have bounced straight off and gone up Eddie's nose. I think it's ricocheted. It's ricocheted right up there, and that's the squint that we just saw.
Alan, well done. Thank you very much, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Gold standard.
It's all we've got time for this afternoon. Thank you very much for being with us. HamishAndy.com for anything you may have missed. The podcast is there as well. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Have a great one.
Not only do we have the return of Winds of Glory.
We certainly do, Ando. And a non-family holiday related one, although you would think many Winds of Glories are done in a car on a family road trip.
We should point out that Winds of Glory is a segment that celebrates quite famous flatulence.
That's the thing. It has to be somewhere famous.
Yes.
It all started when someone farted on their friend's couch.
Yep.
They were doing a studio tour in the set of Friends, and we went, great, that's the standard.
Yep.
Now we have raised the bar and we've kept it very, very high. Today's Winds of Glory, I believe, Ando, qualifies. It meets our quality criteria.
Yep.
It was a fart done in a very famous position.
Wow. Not the position he held, but the position or her held.
Well, it was probably just the classic seated horseman is the position,
sure.
but very, very famous place.
That's fantastic, because that's what Winds of Glory are about.
Yeah.
Family holidays, like you said, Ham, road trips, they can be famous for that family that far. For instance, on the way back from my grandparents' house, I did a fart that was referred to as a family forevermore as the choker. My mum vomited in the front seat.
Fantastic. That's a real bullseye.
But that's not Winds of Glory.
No, that's actually probably more Nana's fault for whatever she fed you.
Yeah, exactly. But time for...
What's that smell? It's the Winds of Glory.
Exciting, Ham.
Very exciting.
Celebrating very famous passings of wind. Well, actually, it's the passing of wind in a famous place normally, or around a famous person.
Famous location. Yeah, where the passing of wind is a normal occurrence, happens to all of us every day, and it doesn't deserve its own segment on the radio. But you do it on a famous backdrop, and suddenly you got something worth talking about.
An honourable waft here.
Yep, so not quite a Wind of Glory.
Yeah, from Ashana, who's in Tanzania.
Great.
Emailed in, HamishAndy.com. It's a people's show. You can help build it. But she says that she was climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, which is quite a tough climb.
Yeah, 5.5 hours.
And on summit day, she needed to...
Top of the world waft.
Try to fart quite badly.
Get into a jet stream.
And she thought about it and thought, imagine I could do it at the summit.
Yep.
She said, now, it's probably only just honourable waft worthy, but I did hold on to a fart for an uncomfortable 6 hours until I made the summit.
I don't know a lot about climbing Kilimanjaro, but I think it's high enough that everyone's got oxygen.
Yeah.
So you're not. It's the farter's paradise because you're not going to let the team down because everyone's got oxygen masks on. So probably everyone that summits is just tooting away and no one knows what's going on. But that's a great waft. That's probably our highest altitude non-plane waft.
I would say, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Today though,
sorry, Anna. Today it's a young man. He gives his name only as Farty McFly.
Okay.
But I believe he has a different name. What is that different name, sir?
That name would be George.
George, it's great to have you on. You're 26 years old now, but the incident you relate to us was from when you were 16. So this has taken a decade to actually get the recognition it deserves.
Yeah, it was in my younger, sillier days, that's for sure.
Now, it took place at Universal Studios in America. A great location for a Winds of Glory.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of stuff to choose from. I mean, it's not a surefire thing. You could certainly fart on some things at Universal Studios that wouldn't get you in Winds of Glory. But what did you go for?
I ended up finding myself, me and my mate ended up on the DeLorean from Back to the Future, the one they actually filmed in.
The actual DeLorean.
Wow.
The actual DeLorean. We got to put up on a sound stage, basically, and we sort of were there in the front, because they film in half the car. Yeah. And so we were sitting in that, and I let one rip with enough power to get us up to 88 miles per hour.
I hope there's a little flame coming out of urinals.
Indeed, and then I went, great Scott, basically, and my mate just turned to me and said, this is heavy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Around a lot of catchphrases there.
Catchphrases galore. So was this in front of a crowd?
Yeah, no, this is in front of the crowd. And then we were a couple of Japanese tourists got in after us and did like what they did.
I can imagine. Now, did anyone in the crowd hear the toot?
Yes, there were many giggles that came out.
Fantastic.
Because there was a mic in the car.
Oh, fantastic. Whose seat were you in? Were you in Doc's or Marty McFly's? Were you in the driver's seat?
I was in Doc's. I was in the driver's seat.
Yeah, right. Wow.
It might be the greatest Winds of Glory we've ever had.
Congratulations, mate. Hats off.
I love it. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
What's that smell? It's the Winds of Glory.
Hame as it is our last week for some time, it's important just to cover off on a few of the key segments, including this one.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.
Gee, this has been one of my favourites for the year, Ham, for the happy hour.
Famous flatulence.
Yes. Winds of glory. Have you passed wind in a famous place? Has to be very famous for to be the place.
Yeah.
Or
have you got a big scalp?
Yes. Have you taken down a celebrity or someone in that realm?
Very, very honourable waft from Alexander came in. He was 9 years old at the time, so this is almost 10 years ago. Roger Federer was out. He was the world number one at the time. He came out for the Australian Open. Now, he played that warm-up tournament at Kooyong.
Yes.
Sometimes it's a Kooyong Classic just before the Australian Open. He knew Roger was coming out of a doorway. They were hanging around waiting for him. They had the big tennis ball. They wanted Roger to sign it. He said it was very, very gassy, and he released what he says was such a powerful waft that it was almost solid.
Okay.
Because he'd had a big day on fizzy drinks, and I think, as a 9-year-old, he was just bursting. At that moment, Roger came out of the door and hit the wall.
And definitely smelt it.
And completely smelt it. So there's absolutely no doubt from seeing Roger's face that he smelt it.
It's an honourable
But as a
waft.
kid, he ran away. He just got panicked. He panicked and he thought that Roger would have the power to maybe identify him or something.
Yep.
And he just nicked off. Still a very honourable waft. If you are remembering it 10 years later about that time you farted and Roger Federer smelt it, to take down the number one at the time is a great scalp.
Yeah, I agree.
It's terrific.
We would accept anyone up to number 3 in the world, I reckon.
Yeah. Any of the top six. Anyone that made the final or semis, well done. That's an honourable waft.
But honourable waft is just someone that's close to Winds of Glory. Who's today's Winds of Glory?
We have a young man named Ben. Ben, how are you?
Hello, how you going?
Yeah, really good, Ben. You've submitted something that is an outstanding Winds of Glory. Now, we'll get you to run us through it in a moment. It does have shades of an entrance that we've had before, and one of the entries we've had before.
All right, Batmobile?
Not Batmobile.
Okay.
Sports related.
Sure, okay.
We've had a Winds of Glory in a coach's box at the AFL.
You're right.
Now, Ben, you've taken it to another level in terms of the celebrity you've brought down. Run us through your Winds of Glory.
Yeah, so I was basically working in the commentary box at the MCG during the Boxing Day test.
Oh, wow.
As a scorer.
The most iconic cricket match in the world of the year.
And were you working for like Channel 9 or something?
Yeah, I was working for Channel 9 doing the
TV
on-screen scoring. Yeah.
We hath both drunk from the same trough, Ben.
Yeah, indeed.
Surprised we haven't seen you at the Christmas party.
So, Ben, this is great. You've got the greats of Richie Benaud in there. Bill Laurie would have come past. Obviously, Mark Taylor, Ian Healy,
a lot of
Michael
pressure.
Slater, Tony Gregg.
A lot of pressure on you as a scorer, I imagine, Ben.
Yeah, quite a bit, yeah.
So, Ben...
How much pressure?
Yeah.
To the point where it might reach a critical level that pushed something out of your body that maybe wasn't welcome?
Sometimes when you're working hard with no toilet breaks and there's a spicy lunch at the MCG, you just don't have much choice but to let it out.
Yes. And
what happened when you let it out?
It was a bit louder than I expected, I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
And it interrupted the commentary a little bit. The 3 commentators turned around and looked at me a little bit weirdly. And
which commentary team was in?
I cannot remember. It was a good 5 years ago, but it was just the usual blokes. And
I like to think it was Richie Benaud.
Did you get Benaud?
Do you think you got Benaud?
Well, I know that Benno wasn't commentating at the time because as the 3 commentators turned around, I instinctively turned around as well, just a little bit through guilt, and found myself looking at the retreating figure of Richie Benno.
So you possibly framed Richie Benno.
Well, everyone seemed to agree it was Richie. They kind of looked at each other and went, "Oh, Richie, at it again."
Which I wish made the broadcast.
Absolutely a Winds of Glory, Ben. A great way to wrap up the year. Thank you, buddy.
Stunning work, mate.
Pleasure, thanks.
What's that smell? It's the winds of glory.